Hey, what's going on? My name is Mick, and I'm posting my day trading journey right here on YouTube with complete transparency. And today I had one trade. Unfortunately, it was a loser, but I kept my loss around 450 to 500. Maximum I try to lose is about $500. I don't like to lose anymore because I'm on my 50K Apex account, and with that 2,500 drawdown, that's just too much for me. So what I'm trying to do today, at least, and I want to go over this live trade. Was we kind of had a trending day. Basically, right off the bat, we were moving down, and we had a couple of pretty decent setups. So if you're looking at ICT stuff, this is on the 3-minute chart on the left side here. We had a couple of fair value gap entries that were respected pretty well today, at least the first two right here and right here. But unfortunately, I guess I just wasn't ready to pull the trigger on that. Trending days are always really tricky for me. Ironically, you'd think they were the most simple, but for me, I struggle the most, I think, with those. And then as we kind of bottomed out here, I was kind of looking for a position to get into long, and I was watching this kind of double bottom down here, just keeping an eye on it, see if that was really going to be where it turned around. Ended up getting rejected just short of the overnight low at 45.52. And was looking for an entry long. It seemed like we had a decent amount of support here at the bottom at kind of like 45.40 level. And so I was looking at entries long. So what I was looking at, right, so we had relative equal lows here. We broke above this swing, or this recent high, the swing high, broke above it. I guess you can get that market structure shift. Came back below it, and I looked for an entry from basically this displacement candle that I was looking at, and I entered basically, I want to say at like 42.50, or right as this video is starting. Yeah, 42.50. And I was playing long with the stops at 45.38. So I had about a 4-point stop going into this, and I was targeting this swing high right here, which I had at 45.51.75. So basically this trade turned around on me real quick. So as I entered, I was positive for just a split second, no much more than that. But I was kind of hoping we'd find support, considering we were kind of getting support here at the bottom. But what I hadn't seen, and I think this is where things started to get kind of, my trade was off. I traded without some sort of liquidity raid, and I know a lot of ICT stuff, specifically what I trade. Usually the prerequisite needs to be some form of liquidity raid. So I had this sell side liquidity, this red line right here at 45.45. Now I was anticipating that being the raid. Just because we had, it didn't, I don't know, maybe I'm reading this wrong. It did trade below it for quite some time, and it was a trending day. So maybe that liquidity raid wasn't what I needed to have a move, actually the bulls take over. But that's what I'm looking at here. The trade turned around real quickly. I mean, this trade was maybe only 8 or 9 minutes long, and I got stopped out pretty quickly. So my kind of thoughts here on this trade, number one, I traded against the trend, and I can't believe how many times I've made this mistake, and I continue to make this mistake. This might be one of my biggest issues, is trading against the trend. I have this thing in my head where I think everybody's trading with the trend, which, I'm sure a ton of people are trading with the trend. But at the end of the day, in my experience, what I keep trying to tell myself is that you can really only trade off of what you're seeing in the market. And what I'm seeing in this market is trending. It's moving down, and your best bet is to trade with it and not against it. And I find myself getting really hurt trading against the trend. And I think I'm hoping at some point I'm going to iron this down in my set of rules, where it's like, if it's trending, do not trend against it. Do not try to catch the bottom or the top and try to be a part of that. Just wait for a formal reversal to happen, wait for liquidity grabs, wait for the market structure shifts, wait for things to happen, and not trade against the trend when that's happening. So that could sum up the whole video. Do not trade against the trend. I think that was my big mistake today. Otherwise, I left it. I didn't revenge trade. I didn't do anything else. I basically stopped after that loss, and I called it a day. So I'm overall I'm happy, but I got to lock in the don't trade against the trend idea. So hopefully that'll sit. Otherwise, I'm going to keep making this mistake. So that's all I have for you today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.